Hi folks, welcome back. As many of you remember, I just picked up a bunch of BX cable. And I like BX cable because mice can't eat through it and get to the wires and so forth. Mice or anything else that might get into my upper garage. And I don't know how much folks have worked with BX cable. Generally speaking, it's kind of a pest to cut and work with. So, and some of you also know, I occasionally work with a buddy of mine who does plumbing, and some of the older installations, there's still BX cable, so it's nice to be able to work on it easily. Given that, I did a quick search on eBay for a BX cable cutter, and I came up with this Seatek thing, made right in the United States of America. And I have to tell you, this is like the easiest cable cutter in the world to use. When I was a kid, there were still some places that mandated BX cable. The Romex was coming in, but if you go back 50 years, there was still quite a bit of BX out there, and BX even being freshly installed. And I used to watch, the electricians, and they had this way of putting a little cut in this with their hacksaw, then giving it a quick wiggle and a pull, and they'd take it right apart. But with this tool, it's a piece of cake. Anyway, eBay, 25 bucks, Seatek BX cutter, and let me show you how simple it is to use. When you buy it, you have to assemble it, which means you got to put this handle on. So you kind of slide the handle into the hole, and there's a little red cap on the blade that pushes out as you push the handle in. You kind of put that aside, as I did right there. You tighten the nut on there, and it's all good. You've just assembled it. All that hard. Now, let me set up the camera so that I can show you how simple it is to use this. So, here's the length of cable, and all you do is put this cutter right on here, decide how much you want to cut off, and when you tighten this little set screw here, right, it puts the cable right in the right place. Okay, after you do that, it's easy to turn, but if you squeeze this down, it presses the blade up against the cable, and you do that and you turn, kind of like opening a can, and you push it down and you keep pushing until it gets really easy. When it's really easy, that means you've finished cutting through the cable. Once again, undo this little screw here. Take the cable out, and if I could show you, I don't know, could you guys see that right there? There's a little cut, and right where the little cut is, just give it a bend, and there you go. Comes off that easy. I recommend, this is kind of a little tight up on the cable. You can just take a pair of pliers, bend that out of the way, and there you are. Now you could cut this or whatever, and this side here has not been pushed in, so it's very easy to put that little red insert that you're supposed to put on before you put the clamp. That's simple. This thing is going to be a really big time saver for me, and quite honestly, it just does a nice job. Yeah, they call it here the Roto-Split. Seatek, very nice. I like it. Once again, for 25 bucks, how much do you really have to use it? I mean, you use it a couple of dozen times, saves a lot of time and effort, and it once again does a better job because it doesn't nick the wires. All right, folks, I want to thank you all for watching and commenting, subscribing. Please remember to keep your feet down, keep your heads up. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you don't, please tell me why. Bye now, folks.